Hey, what's going on, Fault fam? It's your boy Skynet, and welcome back to another guide for Fault Elder Orb. In this guide, I'm going to be showing you the basics and giving you tips on how to play the jungle role. As a jungler, your job is to clear your jungle camps, help your team in lane by rotating and ganking, and helping secure objectives such as Raptor, Orb Prime, and enemy towers. In Fault Elder Orb, there are many heroes you can use in the jungle role. Some of the top junglers include Chimera, Boris, and Grux. If you are a beginner and just starting out, I recommend choosing Chimera as this hero is very easy to use and beginner friendly. Now, after choosing your hero, you will be dropped into the map. The game will then prompt you to choose two aspects for your hero. For the jungle role, I highly recommend choosing one or both aspects from the green faction. I also personally recommend that one of your aspects be Beast Hunter. Beast Hunter is a great aspect for junglers as it gives you endurance and slow resistance through its Juggernaut passive, as well as giving you health, physical power, energy power, and move speed through its Pelt Collector passive. After picking your aspects, you want to pick your starting items. As a jungler, you want to choose Affliction, Health Potion, and Radiant Pulse. Affliction is an important item for junglers as it provides you with many helpful passives or effects. The first passive is called Jungle Boost, which gives your basic attacks increased physical damage against jungle camps. It also allows you to heal for 10% of all damage done to camps. The second passive is called Jungle Bounty. This passive gives you 60 experience and restores 10% of your base mana after completing a jungle camp. The last passive is called Cutback, in which you will receive 60 to 80% less gold when killing more than 15 lane minions in 5 minutes. This will incentivize you to farm your jungle camps instead of the minions in lane. Now, Affliction does have an active called Smite, which deals 300 plus 50 per hero level true damage to jungle minions, shrines, buffs, and Raptor/Orb Prime. As you level up, you want to pay attention and know the exact amount of damage your Smite does in order to secure major objectives like Raptor and Orb Prime. Affliction does build into 3 bigger items, which are Reign of Fervor, Almighty Gale, and Tempest's Woe. Depending on which hero you're jungling with and what specific stats you want, you might consider upgrading Affliction to one of these items. Upgrading Affliction also comes with the added benefit of being able to target an enemy hero and slow them for 15%, as well as apply a 10% vulnerability for 2 seconds. Another important item for junglers is Radiant Pulse. This specific ward allows you to see enemy stealth wards so you can remove them. Okay, time to unlock your first ability and head to the jungle. Fault has helped you by showing arrows on the ground pointing to where you should be going. Please, follow the arrows. When you enter your jungle, you want to go to where your red buff will spawn. Ideally, you should have your mid laner and whoever is in the right lane help you kill the red buff. This is called leashing, and it is important because it allows your first jungle clear to be a lot faster. If no one is at the red buff, simply type in the text box to your team for help. The red buff gives you Fire's Touch, which applies a movement speed slow and bonus true damage to your basic attacks. After killing the red buff, you want to head to the first jungle camp located to the right and start to clear it. As a jungler, your main way of farming is going to come from clearing jungle camps. There's a specific way to clear jungle camps without taking a lot of damage. This is called kiting the minions. Kiting minions means you will auto-attack the minions while moving in a circular motion. This causes you to take less damage from the camp. After clearing the first camp, you want to go to the second camp located to the left, and do the same thing you did to the first camp. Don't forget to use your Smite if you're getting low on health. After completing all the camps on the right side, you are faced with different options. You could look around the map and see if there are enemies pushed close to your towers. If they are, you might want to consider ganking them. A gank is when you enter a lane and catch the enemy by surprise, usually resulting in a kill. A good way to gank is by coming in from behind the enemy. Do not walk into the lane from the front because the enemy will clearly see you coming and back away. If you come from behind the enemy, you will catch them off guard and be in a better position to kill them. While trying to gank, it is very important to use your Radiant Pulse to check for enemy wards. If you see enemy wards, destroy it. Destroying enemy wards means denying the enemy vision. Also, by doing this, you are making it easier for yourself to gank the enemy without being seen. If there are no enemies pushed up, you want to make your way to the blue side jungle. Once in the blue side, you want to clear the camps the same way you did earlier. The blue buff gives you cooldown reduction and mana regeneration. Remember to use your Smite as well as Health Potion to stay healthy. At 3 minutes into the game, the shrines will spawn. Shrines are basically buffs for your team. Usually there's a fight for control when the shrines spawn. Now depending on where you're positioned on the map, you could help one of your lanes by getting the shrine. As a jungler, you have to have a balance of helping your team and clearing your jungle camps. If you spend too much time in lane trying to help your team, you will fall behind on farm and be weaker than the enemy jungler. If you spend too much time farming and clearing jungle camps, then your team will suffer from not having your help. Balance is key. Now, let's talk about pinging. As the jungler, it is very important that you ping what you want your team to do. If you want to gank left lane, you should be pinging attack left. Same concept if you want your team to retreat, group up, or attack raptors. Speaking of attacking raptors, make sure you are rallying your team to get raptors by pinging group up, attack raptors. Raptors are important, so please do not let the enemy get raptors all game long. You will probably lose that game. Another important thing about being a jungler is map awareness. If you see a fight happening or about to happen, you should rotate and help your team. Now, if you manage to get ahead of the enemy team, especially the enemy jungler, you want to invade. Invade simply means going into the enemy jungle and start to take the camps for yourself. Doing this puts you further ahead and keeps the enemy jungler behind due to not having enough farm. But only do this if you are ahead or if you have the help of your teammates. Speaking of invades, it's best practice to buy sentry wards anytime you go back to base, and make sure to place them at the entrances to your red and blue side jungle. This will alert you if the enemy tries to invade your jungle or tries to gank your teammates. As a jungler, you want to be somewhat tanky and hard to kill. You want to be the one to engage the fights and help secure major objectives. That being said, you want to focus on building items that give you health, power, and armor, such as Baleful Armor and or Knight's Battle Plate. Thank you all for watching my jungle guide for Fault Elder Orb. If this video helps you, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see guides for different roles such as carry, support, and offlane, click on the videos on the screen right now. Thank you all for watching. I'll be seeing you next time.